Let's talk about this weather. A much different scene here, though, than what we're seeing with Hurricane Melissa and everything. So some relief.
Yeah, certainly a lot quiet. Of course, we're really thinking about them down there because Jamaica, the strongest hurricane they've ever had, Category 5, unprecedented strength, though. We're talking winds early this afternoon, about 185 miles an hour. And I've zoomed in on the satellite and I put the past track on here so you can see how this thing has been wiggling along. It made that hard turn back to the north last night at about 7 or 8 o'clock. It had been moving west and then it just turned right back to the north and east. We were expecting that turn to occur. We just didn't know exactly when it was going to happen. And that would determine eventually what part of the Jamaican coast that we would eventually see landfall. And you can see landfall earlier today around New Hope, which is just west of Black River in the Black River Basin. And you could see how the eye was very well defined as it moved on shore. But then when it got over that rugged terrain, the eye wall collapsed and the inner core now has been disrupted. What does that mean? Well, it means that the storm is weakened. It's not as tight and compact as it was. But what we're going to be watching for is as the storm emerges off the coast again and heads towards Cuba, will it re-intensify over the warm waters here as it gets closer to Cuba? This is the current wind field. The hurricane force wind field's in red. You can see there it is right there. So Montego Bay still dealing with hurricane force winds, also down towards Albertown. And we do expect eventually this to move offshore, so conditions should gradually improve in some of these areas. Maximum sustained winds at 145. Again, the latest track basically takes this thing quickly to the north and east, should arrive into Cuba, looks like by tomorrow morning, eventually towards the southern Bahamas and just west of the Turks and Caicos by tomorrow afternoon. And then by the time we head towards late Thursday into Friday, Bermuda is going to be affected. Now, as far as how strong this hurricane was compared to all the other Atlantic hurricanes, this one ranks up there. This is tied with the third strongest. The third strongest earlier was the Labor Day hurricane in 1935. This one's right up there with it, 982 millibars. Of course, we had Wilma, which was back about 20 years ago, and then we had Gilbert, which I remember very well, 888 millibars that affected the Yucatan, also made landfall in Jamaica. So this is the strongest hurricane they've ever had in the island of Jamaica, and we certainly are keeping them in our thoughts here for tonight and the folks upstream that have to eventually deal with it. Around our area, though, cloudy and cool, temps in the 50s across the state, so we didn't see that much sunshine. A little bit this morning, but not much this afternoon. And temps tonight generally into the low to mid 40s across the region. We'll go at 46 for an overnight low here for tonight. And a couple of showers have been trying to develop across the area. We've got this area of low pressure that's passing to our south. Most of the rain with this will stay well to our south, but this is a system that's going to give us some rain coming up. Looks like on your Thursday. So Futurecast again looks like temperatures tomorrow into the 50s. Skies will be mostly cloudy. Rain chances are ramping up late in the day, and then we're looking at this wet weather making its way into the region by tomorrow evening, tomorrow night, and especially Thursday morning for the commute. So we have an alert day for Thursday morning for the potential for impacts to the morning commute on your Thursday. Should be gone, though, by Thursday afternoon. But look at some of these rainfall totals here. Pretty good agreement that 1 to 2 inches through Thursday night, not out of the question. First alert 7-day forecast, 58 for tomorrow. Chance for rain comes in late, so I think the rain will start moving in towards dark or a little bit after that. Alert day again for Thursday for rain and wind in the morning, 65, drying out by afternoon into Thursday night. And then Friday for Halloween. Right now the forecast looks dry, a little breezy, temps around 60, mixture of cloud and sunshine. And of course, daylight saving time coming to an end.
Oh, here we go.
Yes. Oh, already here.
It's already
here.
Time is moving. All right, if you're